Hey class, my name is Maddie Johnson, and for my presentation, I will be discussing cognitive reappraisal as a way of emotion regulation and connecting those insights to the Pixar film Inside Out. Emotion or emotional regulation is how we can control our feelings in terms of when we experience them, how we feel about them, and when we express them. And cognitive reappraisal is one way to effectively regulate emotions. This method is a thinking technique where a person changes their perspective on a situation in their mind, which then alters how they feel about that situation. A common example of this would be viewing a job rejection as a learning experience instead of a failure. Reappraisal offers a more effective strategy than suppression, and of course, it is much healthier than suppressing one's emotions. The author of our textbook, Schrimmer, my apologies if that pronunciation is incorrect, suggests that cognitive reappraisal modifies the prefrontal cortex to decrease activity in emotional areas like the amygdala. People who use reappraisal have also reported better mental well-being and emotional resilience. Therefore, cognitive reappraisal is not just a psychological thing, but a practical science that we can use in our daily lives to better handle stress, disappointment, and conflicts. So for my presentation, I will be relying on Chapter 5 of our course textbook, and the film I chose, like I mentioned, is Inside Out. And I chose to use this because it really does a good job of visualizing the personification of emotions, and it illustrates the concept of reframing emotions. So I will use this film to demonstrate real psychological techniques, most specifically cognitive reappraisal. Effective emotion regulation is essential in our daily lives. It helps us understand and manage our feelings, especially during difficult times. Cognitive reappraisal involves changing how we feel about something by altering our thoughts about it. This perspective is important for understanding mood and interacting with others. So, Inside Out is a 2015 animated film, you could call it a drama, by Pixar about how emotions live in the heart of a young girl named Riley. The movie features personified emotions. Those are joy, sadness, anger, fear, and disgust. And they control how Riley reacts to everything happening in her life. Moving to a new city causes pressure, sadness, and confusion for Riley, and her emotions struggle to guide her through these feelings. Initially, joy manages Riley's emotional system and tries to keep sadness at bay to maintain happiness. This reflects how negative emotions are often suppressed. But as the film goes on, Joy realizes that sadness is crucial for emotional growth. This shift is similar to cognitive reappraisal, or learning to see negative situations in a more positive light. And of course, the animation style used helps to visually emphasize the internal process of emotional regulation in a way that viewers can easily connect with, especially young viewers. The connection between Inside Out and the course material, in my opinion, is very strong. According to our textbook, it is important to recognize that the prefrontal cortex plays a crucial role in emotion control, especially when using emotion regulation strategies like cognitive reappraisal. Reappraisal can suppress emotional reactions and change how we interpret a situation. In the movie, Joy is taught to stop pushing sadness down and to accept her as important. This demonstrates reappraisal in action. The lectures throughout this course also explained how suppression often leads to the buildup of emotion, while reappraisal enables more constructive processing. Joy's experiences during her development throughout the film reflect how the brain processes emotional experiences. With this change in her perspective, the movie visually and emotionally illustrates what our textbook author, Schrimmer, calls emotional flexibility. This skill highlights the importance of managing stress in real life, and it promotes resilience. One of the most compelling examples of cognitive reappraisal in Inside Out occurs when Joy tries to make Riley feel happier by telling her that a downhill memory is not actually sad. Joy attempts to turn it into something positive, illustrating how reappraisal can happen. Over time, Joy realizes that melancholy is not the threat that may hide behind happiness. Instead, it is inseparable from it. Another key moment comes when sadness helps Riley understand her grief, leading to emotional support from her parents in the film. This scene demonstrates that cognitive reappraisal is not just about thinking positive thoughts and ignoring the negative ones, but about embracing emotional complexity. As Schrimmer notes, long-term healthy emotions are linked to this kind of reframing. The scene clearly shows how reappraisal can effectively regulate emotions because of the brain's ability to reconceive past events in a therapeutic way. The process of cognitive reappraisal is more than just a theoretical idea in psychology textbooks. It is a practical skill that helps us change how we handle existential issues. Inside Out vividly demonstrates this concept, evoking an emotional response from viewers. It shows that reappraisal isn't just about being positive after understanding how joy learned to enjoy sadness. Instead, it's about accepting complex feelings and learning from them. This approach helps to promote emotional intelligence, stronger and better health, and strong relationships. The author of our textbooks explains that reappraisal enhances the brain's ability to adapt, reducing stress and emotional distress. This film also reminds us to accept our feelings and reshape them when possible, rather than fearing or hiding them. Understanding how feelings work and how to manage them effectively benefits everyone and those who have viewed the film. Thank you so much for watching, and here are all my references. Bye, guys.